You know, regular person about the level of innovation. We're excited to be here today. On WGSW, we're going to make it really it's the number one internet station. I really be number one. We're the first to introduce the world to the platform of internet the social media site. So enjoy what we have for you today. I'm excited for some more about looking get into.
Excited. I am Dr. Smith. Excited to come for you. Pretty much, it's amazing how we're getting things popping in. Everybody to get a message out to you. I thank each and every one of those people that's jumping on YouTube and said thank you so much. I'm excited because this is WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. Our show today is going to focus pretty much on in part two of yesterday's show is understanding modern relationship fears. This is Our Voice podcast, the only internet talk radio show that advocates the grassroots perspective and the need of individuals at the local level. And we're excited because we have a chance to share this with you. Our website, you can check us out at WBSW Radio, the internet station 23.wit.com. Chat with the host at www.streamyard.com. The link to connect with the host is StreamYard.com/RDP Y7PH E6X. Again, RDP Y7PH E6X. Go to that on StreamYard. You can check it out. Share your opinion, story, examples live with me in the world by going to C2 to WBSW Radio, Facebook.com, Big O Live, and TikTok Live. And that's at Dr. L.D. Alberto Smith. Facebook.com, also a second Facebook channel is Sanctify City with Greenville and Riverside FM. We're excited about having Riverside FM, that's WBSW Radio. Super Live, which we have an opportunity to share with you some things on Super Live, WBSW Radio, Internet Radio, Tango.com, that's WBSW-radio-14059, Twit, at Dr. L. D. Alberto 2007. YouTube, we have two channels actually working. That's the Smithway Enterprises and Dr. Lorenzo D. Alberto Smith. WSW Radio on-demand episodes are available for WSW, and we just keep getting this crazy kickback on. We're on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Instagram, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and Amazon Podcasts, and that's operated by PodServeFM.com. You can go to PodServeFM.com and type in WBSW Radio on the population of those podcasts and those radio stations that's available. WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station, have listeners and watchers in now 60 countries and on 6 continents. We're excited to have the addition of Qatar joining us over there in the Middle East over there. We thank you so much for being as a part of this. Registration for WSW Radio giveaway. We actually send your name along with a means of transaction, Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. You can send it to LorenzoDSmith15@gmail.com. We wrap off hotel stays, 3 nights, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days, in luxury hotels, internationally as well as domestically. We give gift cards, gas vouchers, food vouchers, along with book bags, movie passes, car wash, detail up to $75, Greek payroll, pro payroll, college payroll, along with high school and middle school payroll, and some novel items. So truly check us out by sending your name to LorenzoDSmith15@gmail.com or type it in the comment section if you're on one of the social media devices, and that way, a network, that way you can be a part of it. Also, we ask you to register in this giveaway because we sent out love offerings from $5 to $150. We increased it. So you can get your name in and you'll get a chance to receive that $5 or that $150 in between. You have an opportunity to do that. Sow a seed with WBSW Radio by sending a like. Hit the like button. If you just come on, hit the like button. You might not plan on being alone, hit the like button. We really would appreciate you doing that. WBSW Radio asks you to show your support by monetizing through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big O Live, Super Live, Tango, YouTube, these are the channels, and also on Facebook. You have an opportunity to do that as well. That is Dr. Lorenzo D. Alberto Smith is the one. You can check it out. So truly. We're also on LinkedIn, and that's Dr. Lorenzo D. Alberto Smith. So we have many ways you can check us out and find out what's going on. Let's get started with our show. I see we're having a struggle with our internet again. It seems like it's acting up recently, but we're going to bear with it. Understanding Modern Relationship Theories Part 2. Last night we kind of focused on what is the meaning of modern relationship theories. You can think about what is the meaning, what exactly is they referring to, so we can truly talk about it. And while I'm leaning over, I'm trying to reload our station to see if we can get our internet back up. Truly, it's been a challenge with one of our devices, but we're going to hang on. So as we're talking about modern relationship fears, there was a meeting shared with you last night, and tonight we're going to focus on what is fear in a relationship, whether it's a modern or traditional. And we want you to really think about, see, when you have relationship fear, everything filled with potential negative reaction. See, the key to fear is negative reaction. So you become very careful, tentative, and anxious about what you say and what you do. See, fear of your partner's emotional outburst. This constantly, they're constantly judging you, shaming, and blaming. These are common reasons for you to feel fearful in a relationship. Let's repeat that. You have to be very careful when you're around these individuals. You have to be a little tentative and anxious because that partner may be having these emotional outbursts. These outbursts tells you that something is not right. See, you're in a chaotic situation would include the drama that you're not looking for. They are constantly judging you. They either gonna shame you, insult you, make you feel guilty. Then on top of that, they're gonna blame you. These reasons why most people fear or feel fearful in a relationship. See, fear in a relationship is often emotional response to perceived threat. The threat would be the person's emotional outburst. It can be real or imagined. See, this threat will determine trust, intimacy, and connection. Many times I listen to content creators and they are talking about why the relationship failed. And they said that their partner was emotionally unavailable. They never connected with their partner. So when you have no connection, it undermines trust, your intimacy, and that connection. See, it's not just about being scared of your partner. It's actually a deeper psychological pattern that you have dealt with, whether it's from past experience or today's drama. So you have a fear in being in a relationship. So what you have to do is to be able to understand the type of fear that you have. The relationship fears that you may have is the fear of abandonment. See, worrying that your partner will leave or reject you. Worrying about your partner not being around. When your partner have shown through their action, they got 20% in and 80% out. They actually start conflict so they can get out of the house and go do what they want to do. But they leave you where you feel abandoned. You're just holding on to a piece of something. If you can't get 100%, don't take or accept a piece. The fear of abandonment is the first common type of relationship fear. The second one is the fear of vulnerability. See, when you've been hurt emotionally, it's hard for you to really open up and share things with your mate. And because you have this fear of being hurt, you won't allow yourself to be vulnerable. In relationships, for your relationship to be successful, you must be willing to be vulnerable. That way your inner self will be exposed. Are you willing to be vulnerable in your relationship? If you're not, then you will not get that healthy relationship you're looking for. You're not going to get that long lasting relationship you desire. You're not going to have an opportunity to experience what you really need in your mate, partner, or spouse. The fear of intimacy, struggling to connect deeply, is what we call your intimate part of yourself. And the reason why you struggle so because of past traumas or fear of losing your independence. So you fight off intimacy. When we talk about intimacy, a lot of people get caught up and think it's only sexual. See, it's how people even treat you with kindness, treat you where you be respected, allows you to open up, be vulnerable, to be intimate with that person. Fear of inadequacy, feeling you're not enough. I'm not good enough. And so you can't meet your partner's needs when you feel like you're not good enough. That's the fear of inadequacy, fear of conflict. A lot of people avoid disagreements. They avoid disagreement to prevent tension. See, even when issues need to be addressed, you avoid conflict. Fear of being not enough. Low self-esteem can lead to the belief that one must perform or be perfect to earn love. You have to be perfect or perform just to earn love. Love is an action. If you got to earn love from someone, this fear is heightened by the constant pressure to present a idealized online persona. So you got to have a persona to put on so everybody accept you. The fear of losing yourself. See, highly functioning and independent people may worry that a relationship will compromise their identity or restrict their freedom. So they don't want to get into a relationship because it thinks it will put them in a compromising position and affect who they are and whom they are and restrict them from going where they want to go. So they choose to be in casual relationship. They don't want a long-lasting romantic relationship because they're afraid they'll lose themselves. Fear of repeating past patterns. See, your past trauma, you must address. Address it by seeking professional help from a counselor, a therapist, psychotherapist, a psychiatrist. You need to address your past trauma. Because if you don't address your past trauma, you're going to be feeling that in your relationship where you was betrayed before, you feel like in the present relationship, something triggers you, say you are betrayed. Someone has betrayed you. Your emotional ability to be positive is now negative. Cause you to be hyper vigilant in all your new relationships. See, leading people to brace for history to repeat itself. So whatever happened in that relationship 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, you're bracing yourself because there's a fear that it may repeat. It's a pattern. Paralyzed by analyze. It's the fear of making the wrong choice. They say when there's challenges that in your life and trouble may come, there's three things most people will do. They're going to fight, flight, or freeze. See, paralyzed by analyze it, is the fear of the wrong choice that you may make. Choosing the right partner allows you to not second guess yourself, overthink what you have done, as well as give you an inability to fully commit or be present in a relationship. Anxiety and intuition. See, modern relation anxiety can make it very difficult to distinguish between true gut feelings, known as intuition, about your partner's incompatibility, and fear driven by insecurity. This is anxiety and intuition. I just talked about the common type of fear. Check yourself and see if you are dealing with a certain fear. Let's give a shout out to our first sponsor, and that sponsor is Elegant International Greek. Let me make sure I can flip up on it because I know every time I add something, it moves stuff around. So my board don't look the same. So let's make sure we can get to it again. If you want to purchase products from Elegant International Greek, you have that opportunity to do that. It's amazing. As I scroll, it seems like it in change position. Elegant International Greek Apparel.
All D9 organizations interested in designing and purchasing apparel, jewelry, and novelty items. Contact Lorenzo D. Smith, consultant agent for Elegant Greek Apparel, a licensed D9 Greek vendor at 334-467-7261 or email the Smith Enterprises at gmail.com.
Elegant International Greek Apparel, whatever Greek apparel you want, whatever professional apparel you want, college as well as middle school and high school. Give me a call at 334-467-7261 or go to the email, the Smith Enterprises, all one word, at gmail.com. As we move forward, we're going to look at the contributing factors to the fear that you have in your relationship. What are the contributing factors? We already mentioned this one, past experience. See, if you don't heal from those negative experiences, whether personal or you observe, that can contribute to a fear of intimacy and a lack of trust. That's your past experience. You must address it. Seek the help that you need. Because anytime something happens, it's going to trigger you to focus more on what happened in the past. You can't move into the future until you address what's ever in the past. Internalized belief. This is a lack of self-worth, or the belief that one is unworthy can lead to relationship fear. The belief that you are unworthy can lead to relationship fear. The lack of self-worth, self-awareness. You must work on that. So internalized beliefs, social expectation. See, traditional gender roles can contribute to the fear about family and household responsibility, influencing expectations within a relationship, like childhood attachment issues, something you dealt with as a child. So your early relationship with your caregiver or your parents shows how we connect as an adult. low self-esteem, feeling unworthy of love can make you hyper alert to rejection. You're looking to fail, so you have low self-esteem. All of these factors can be addressed. We have to make sure we're willing to address those factors. If we can't do it ourselves, seek the professional help to be able to do it. Because having strategies is important. See, strategy for managing modern relationship fear makes you really think about how do I navigate these fears, which often require intentional effort. You have to be intentional about addressing the root cause. Like I said, to seek the professional help. Do that so you can be a best version of yourself. Also, while you're navigating the fear, communication openly, honestly, is important. See, rather than relying like we do on the remote control process in our mind, we focus on digital shortcuts. We're going to try to go find it on the computer. We're going to go read about it instead of, it takes, if you have dealt with some damage in your past and you never heal, it takes years with your counselor or your therapist. You have to work hard. So communication openly, that means honest communication, will, with your partner, build trust. Talk to your partner about concerns rather than letting anxiety create false narrative. Reflect on triggers, understanding where you fear comes from, helps you to manage it. Set digital boundaries. On healthy social media habits, such as setting aside tech time. Practice self-compassion so you're not broken as human. Navigating complex emotions, your feelings, your anger, your grief. Being able to practice self-compassion allows you to navigate your emotional well-being. Cultivating self-worth. Focus on building self-esteem so you don't depend on external validation. A lot of us depend on external validation. We look for approbation. We look for a pat on the back. But you should already understand in your mind the work you do is being recognized. My father always told me as a child growing up, he said, son, let your work speak for you. That means go out and give 100% and do the best job you can do. Put your time and energy and your work will speak for you. You don't need somebody to come back and pat you on the back because you know you've done the best job you could do. Cultivating self-worth. Managing expectations. Relationships sometimes are filled with unrealistic expectations. Some people have built up in their mind that their expectation is that they're gonna be able to hook up with that 10% of the population financially who makes 6 figures and above. That's unrealistic. 10% of the U.S. population. 10%, 300 and some million people, and you take 60% of them saying they're adults, that's a very small, minute number. And then the thing about it, you think you want to hook up with, that's what you want. But really, are you what they want? We have more people on this bell curve in that range of uh, 30% to 90%, which are considered to be the medium average. The median you take between 30 would be 45 to 50. That's where we fit. Average, even looking. People, everybody think that looks can't be rated. Yes, it can. No, you're not right. They're gorgeous. You're not the handsome most, but you average. Some of us are cuter, handsome than others. Manage your expectations so you can get the full reality of your relationship. Seek professional help. A therapist, counseling, and relationship coach can help work through the past trauma and communication issues. Just remember, fear doesn't mean your relationship is doomed. In fact, facing it together can deepen your bond. Now you ask yourself how technology is shaping modern relationship fears. There's a paradox of of choices for dating apps. But there's an illusion that make you disillusioned or delusion. See, the illusion of endless options on dating app can create a consume-like mentality, leading to a fear of selling, a constantly comparison. Let me take this word selling. You hear people say I'm selling for somebody because I might be at a financial point, but it's amazing how it's always gender related to. Men can be comfortable with getting someone at the financial level as they are. They want everybody to be at that level and above. But if you're average, you have to look at the average. I'm not taking away from believing that you want this person, but it rarely do happen. They'll treat you as a gift. They have to really want to step down. So make sure you understand your choices you make on a dating app. The next thing is ghosting and communication breakdown. See, the ease of digitally disappearing has normalized ghosting, which leads to anxiety and feelings. You have trauma now, emotionally. You're hurt. That has vanished. You're, so you can't have that person back. Unrealistic expectations from social media. The social media platforms often show only the most polished moment. You can take a filter of yourself. You hit filter till you get the one you want. To be normal. Some of us don't think it's all right to be normal. We really think we should be in another position. You have unrealistic expectations, and you use social media platform to show you as a polished product when you're really not. Jealousy, insecurity, fueled by online activities. See, the part of this interaction in social media, like liking and commenting someone else's photo, can trigger suspicion and jealousy that harms trust. Privacy concern, we talk about social media, how it influences us. See, a dating app collect more personal data or personal information. User worry about privacy breach, catfishing, and scams. Anything you have to worry about privacy breaches or information is sold by one gatherer of information to another. Catfishing, someone who say and put pictures of other people but not really who they are. They are creating a filter of lies, filter of really trying to fool you. Breed mistrust. So you have to ask yourself, do I really want to use this social media like you? Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. Real excited about this team. This team is doing a great job. And matter of fact, you look like you might be down there with this weekend. This is L&T Star Lawn Service in South Central Alabama. The manicure experts of South Central Alabama.
If you need your lawn manicured, check out the experts with L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, owned and operated by Tony Starworth. Their slogan is the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. If you need a call, contact Tony. The number is 334-7401, or go to Facebook and type in Anthony Starwood. Check it out. Check out the lawn service. It's gonna make it do what it do.
My. Anthony Starworth, L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, South Central Alabama. Go to Facebook, type in Anthony Starworth, it'll populate and DM Anthony so he can share with you what he has offering as the manicure expert of South Central Alabama, and also will clean off your property for whatever debris you have, down trees, land, whatever it is. Get in touch with Anthony's office on Facebook, or you can call him at 334-300-7401. As we talk about looking at modern relationship fears, we're going to look at gender. What are women's fears in a relationship or a modern relationship? And what are men fear in modern relationship? See, women fear in relationship often center around the theme of abandonment. They don't want to be abandoned. No one really don't want to be. Or betrayed. And a loss of self. But also include concerns about loneliness, the lack of respect, and maintaining independence. Some other common fears that might be included within a woman is the fear of choosing the wrong partner. This setup that you hoping you select someone that potentially put you in a positive position in the future, but what will happen is you're going to have future conflicts or judgment. the possibility of having the bare minimum regarding household responsibility. And most of the time, you're going to also, one partner going to bear the majority. Abandonment and betrayal. This is a breakdown of those common fears. It's a deep-seated fear of being left alone or experiencing infidelity is a significant concern for many women. Loss of independency. Some women fear losing their autonomy and having the personal boundaries disrespected within a relationship. Loneliness. A persuasive anxiety about ending up single can be a strong fear than being with the wrong partner. This leads some women to stay in an unhealthy relationship, lack the authentic connection. Women often fear that a partner may not be genuine and that the relationship won't be a true mutual connection. The fear of not being enough. Some women struggle with the fear of not being valued or loved for who they truly are. Leads to a feeling of unworthiness. Unequal responsibility. See, a common fear in a marriage is that a woman will be burdened with the majority of the household chores and child care, especially if both partners are working. These are some fears by gender first the woman, not the men. Not the men's fear in a relationship. See, men's fear often revolves around failure, rejection, loss of freedom, and intimacy, which can lead to issues like fear of commitment or fear of inadequacy. I was listening to a content creator the other day. I was asking individuals on a panel what was their most important thing in a relationship and how they ranked them. And number 10 was character. This was a female. Number 9 was good sex. Number 8 was providing. Number 7 was protecting. So they ranked up high character and good sex, when they know that's just the opposite from what the men bring. A man brings protection, provisions as their number 1 and 2 things in their life. So if you put good sex up, being up above those two, you're going to always get a simp of individuals. Because all it is, they're giving you sex. They won't even work. They'll stay at home, play video games all day. You want a man that can work. So when you're talking about the fear that men have, they fear that they won't be good enough in the bed. That is inadequacy. See, these fears we just mentioned is from societal expectation, past drama, and low self-esteem. Acknowledging and communicating these fears is a crucial step for overcoming all of those fears. And we're going to break each one of them down. Common relationship fear for men. Fear of failure and not being good enough. See, men may feel intense pressure to provide, succeed, and meet their partner's needs. They have a fear that they are falling short. This leads to stress and a feeling of being on a constant treadmill treadmill of performance. You got to work hard. You got to lay it down on the box. You got to do the thing. You got to do everything. And you got a fear of failing at it because you might not be good enough. The fear of rejection and not being loved. See, this can manifest as a fear of rejection, a deep-seated worry about not being lovable, or fear that their worth is dependent on their partner's approval. This can cause them to pull away or be passive in the relationship. The fear of rejection and not being loved. The fear of losing freedom and independence. Some men fear about losing their sense of self and total autonomy in a relationship. They may fear change that commitment brings. Fear of intimacy and vulnerability. Many men are socialized to suppress emotion, making it difficult to be vulnerable and open up emotionally. See, this fear can create distance and make it hard to form a deep connection. Fear of abandonment. This can cause men to constantly monitor their partners for signs of disapproval. And they are afraid of losing the validation they receive from the relationship. Fear of commitment. This is often linked to other fears, such as the fear of past traumas, the lack of solid foundation, or the anxiety that a partner's needs will be too demanding. The fear of financial responsibility. Many men still view themselves as primary financial providers and fear about not being able to meet these obligations can be significant or be a significant source of stress because you can't meet the obligation. I'll put this out, agree or disagree. The majority of men, we're talking about 51% of them, are conservatives. It's not identifying with a party, it is conservative because they know in that home is something not available, something they got to come up with it. 50-50 don't work. And if you think so, then keep thinking that. Because when you go 50-50, the problem you're going to have is there's going to be a time when that person's not going to have 50-50, you want to pay 100. So go in a relationship with the intent of this is going to be 100 and 100. It's going to be grinding. We're going to put 100% in. That's in energy, time, finance, emotions, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, as well as socially. We're going to put 100% in so we can be successful. I want to thank each and every one of you all for joining us, but that was part 2 of understanding modern relationship fears. This is Our Voice, which is the grassroots talk show. We focus on the perspective of individuals at our local level. And today we was really looking into the relationship fears part 2. Part 1 we talked about last night. On tomorrow we have Tell It Truth Prime Time hosted. The host for that is Lisa Levine. She'll be with us tomorrow. We're going to get here at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to make it do what it do, and we're going to focus on just people attitude. Why people have attitudes and easily getting upset just because they don't have it their way. We're at the brink of almost destruction. Think about a couple weekends ago, and I was reading a couple articles about the homecomings at the historical black colleges, at least 3 universities, where we have individual specific activities after the game. Uh, 14 people shot in Montgomery, 2 deceased, and 8 or 9 of them was teenagers. In South Carolina, we had several people shot and killed. And if I'm not mistaken, in Texas, the same thing happened. Are we at the edge? We can blame it on someone else, but is it truly someone else's fault? It's ours. Accountability is in place. Control your fear. Treat people right so you can have healthy relationships, family, friends, workplace, romantic, organization, communities. The fears you have, you must take time in addressing. Seek the help. Be open with your communication. Be willing to take, find the root cause of the fear that you have. You have to address it because it's important that you understand that the triggers that got you going need to be talked about. You can't manage them if you don't talk about it. You have to make sure you're willing to do that. You have to make sure that you don't repeat past patterns. If you feel like you're doing that, see, you can speak with to let them know. It's important that we do that. So as we get ready to close out, check us out tomorrow. We're going to talk about attitudes with the host with the most. Tell the Truth Prime Time, Lisa Levine, and I'll be co-hosting with her tomorrow. We're going to have a conversation. She's a licensed clinical social worker and have 3 or 4 other business, and she's really been excited to be here. She's been here with me about 5 years, co-hosting, and now in the position for the last 2 or 3 years hosting the show. So truly to have her. Truly, I'm thankful. Check us out tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. To prime time with most. It's so good. He had work with. We have 2 more advertising play. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Jordan, Alabama, South Central Alabama. You're traveling down to South Florida. I'm saying you're traveling down to South Florida using 65 from the Midwest. You take 65 down and you'll pass through Georgiana, Alabama. Get off the exit. About a mile away from the exit, you on Highway 106 West. This is Mary Restaurant. Check them out. Southern cooking for Southern people.
Located at 261 State Highway, 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. And visit and talk to the coroners. That is Marvin Smith and Katrina Roper Smith. You want to give them a call, you can at 334-549-0950. If you want to go to Facebook and check them out, you go to it's all going on down. We want to thank the co-owners, Marvin and Katrina Roper Smith. Go to Facebook, type in Marvin Smith or Katrina Roper Smith. It'll populate the information. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. It's 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. Go check it out. Tell them you heard it on WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. This is Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Tell them you heard it. I'll pay for your meal. I'll pay up to 2 people. I'll pay for it because they'll make sure I told them I'll pay it. If they say you got a question about it, I have them to call me, they will, and we'll make sure we get it taken care of. This is sponsored and supported by them, sponsoring us, but we want to give back to them. So truly, if you're traveling down I-65, going to North Florida, Mobile, or even taking a route to go out to Biloxi, Mississippi, you can
stop in at Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Last thing, making it possible to get the screen print you want, go to Magic Design and More.
If you're looking for some awesome design work, t-shirts, cups, whatever novelty items you want, contact Magic Design More, where their slogan is, there's a touch of magic in everything we do. The owner and operator, Gina Thomas, and the number to contact Gina is 205-257-1584, or email her at Regina, Regina, Thomas, Thomas, 78 at gmail.com. Check her out, check the business out, and make it do what it do.
Magic Design and More, they can do screen print for you, for the family event, graduation, your wedding, whatever. I'm sorry. And that's Regina Thomas 78 at gmail.com. Check it out. It's spelled REGIATHOMAS 78 at gmail.com. Magic Design and More. Awesome, ladies. We're going to move out of here now. God has been so good. I want to thank y'all. I stayed up pretty good today, and we're going to thank y'all for being a part of this. As we get ready to leave, we truly want to play this because we've been fortunate. God has blessed us. This is our 8th year celebration. Well, September 27, 2017, we're in 2025 years, we've been able to broadcast to you countries. Thank you so much for the support of what we're trying to do. Be blessed, be safe, and, hard work and dedication. We refuse to let you take what we've been doing. We're not going to let you do that. So have a blessed rest of the evening. I love you all from my heart. Again, I'm Dr. Elizabeth D. Smith. This is WDSW Radio, the #1 internet station. You've been checking out our Boys podcast, and we've truly been focusing on understanding modern relationship part 2. Be safe, be blessed. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock p.m. That is Eastern Time. That is Tell the Truth Prime Time. Thank you.
Dedication. You're stronger than you know. Believe in yourself. Quit student challenges.